A case of cannibalism has been reported within the ranks of the Russian military, according to Ukraine's main intelligence directorate. Ukrainian military intelligence published an intercepted conversation between two Russian soldiers, allegedly revealing that a service member killed and consumed his fellow soldier who had been listed as missing. The intercepted audio refers to a soldier nicknamed Braylock, who, according to the speaker, killed and ate his comrade, Foma. Nobody went anywhere. Braylock took him out and then ate him for 2 weeks, says the commander of one of the units in the 68th Guards Motor Rifle Division's separate reconnaissance battalion. Braylock was later found dead himself. They say there were 2 corpses. Well, he ate his comrade. That's what happened, the speaker adds. According to Gur, both individuals served in the 52nd Separate Reconnaissance Battalion of Russia's 68th Guards Motor Rifle Division. The unit is reportedly operating in the Kupiansk sector, near the villages of Zapadne and Lyman-Pershi. North Korea is considering sending up to 25,000 workers to Russia to assist in the mass production of Shahed-type attack drones, Japan's public broadcaster NHK reported on June 19th, citing unnamed diplomatic sources in the West and Russia. The workers would be sent to the Alabuga Special Economic Zone in Russia's Republic of Tatarstan, where Moscow operates a facility for assembling Iranian-designed Shahed drones. In return, Pyongyang is reportedly seeking drone operation training. Shahed drones, known for their low cost and heavy explosive payloads, have been used extensively by Russia since late 2022 to attack Ukrainian cities. The Alabuga site has been repeatedly struck by Ukrainian forces in an attempt to disrupt production. The media report follows a series of rapid developments in military cooperation between Moscow and Pyongyang. Russian Security Council Secretary Sergei Shoigu visited North Korea on June 17th, reportedly on a special assignment from Russian President Vladimir Putin. After meeting Kim, Shoigu said that Pyongyang had agreed to send 1,000 combat engineers and 5,000 military builders to Russia's Kursk Oblast to assist in reconstruction. Ukraine controlled a part of Kursk Oblast following a cross-border offensive in August 2024. Russia regained much of the lost territory during a March 2025 counteroffensive that included backing from North Korean forces. According to estimates, North Korea has suffered over 6,000 casualties during the offensive operations. Ukraine's military intelligence chief, Kirylo Budanov, said on June 9th that Pyongyang and Moscow have agreed to start establishing domestic production of Shahed-136 drones on North Korean soil. Kim remains a vocal ally of Putin, supplying not only soldiers but also artillery, drones, and ballistic missiles. During Russia's May 9th Victory Day parade in Moscow, Putin personally greeted North Korean troops, though Kim did not attend. Ukraine, together with NATO partners, is testing new countermeasures against Russian long-range glide bombs, KABs, which are currently difficult to intercept. According to Defense UA, the technologies are in the testing phase, with deployment planned later this year. The recent trials of countermeasures against Russian long-range glide bombs mark a key step toward building a layered air defense system for Ukraine, with initial deployment planned before the end of 2025. As part of the NATO Innovation Challenge, 3 defense tech startups, Alta Ares, A-Trade, and Titan, collaborated to develop a multi-tiered protection system, according to Defense Express. Their work targets not only Russian-guided glide bombs, commonly referred to as KBs, including FABs with UMPK modules, but also other threats such as Shahed-type kamikaze drones. Testing took place under the coordination of a NATO-led coalition, which included Allied Command Transformation, the Joint Analysis and Lessons Learned Center, France's Defense Procurement Agency, and representatives from Ukraine's Defense Ministry and Armed Forces. The systems were tested at a DGA range under complex battlefield conditions, simulating both real and dummy targets. Alta Ares demonstrated an early warning detection and trajectory prediction system for glide bombs. A-Trade and Titan showcased drone-based interception solutions, one featuring air defense drones, and the other relying on swarming kamikaze drones to create a drone wall. According to NATO's press office, The tests validated the effectiveness of a layered defense strategy and outlined specific areas for improvement. The participating companies have been tasked with refining their systems, with the most critical upgrades expected in the coming weeks and months. Some elements of the solution are already being prepared for deployment. Ukraine's delegation confirmed plans to begin fielding parts of this defense architecture by late 2025. The ability to intercept Russian glide bombs is seen as urgent, as these weapons allow enemy aircraft to strike Ukrainian positions from beyond the range of standard air defenses. Successfully neutralizing KABs could save lives and strengthen defensive lines, addressing one of the most pressing threats on the modern battlefield. Chief of Ukraine's Defense Intelligence, Kyrylo Budanov, has shared new footage from the latest prisoners of war exchange. Ukraine is preparing the next stage of the prisoner swap, Budanov stated. Ukraine's Interior Minister Klimenko stated that the cynicism of the Russians knows no bounds, as Russia is turning the repatriation of fallen soldiers' bodies into a tool of manipulation and pressure. Law enforcement has identified the names of those soldiers and officers who were discarded by the motherland and mixed in with the bodies of Ukrainian defenders returned to Ukraine. Body number 192/25, dressed in standard Russian Armed Forces uniform, found with a Russian passport, military ID, service member's certificate number. 1252, extracts from a commander's order from military unit number 52, dated December 26, 2023, and a tag reading Russian Armed Forces MT 146004. The minister emphasized that Ukraine returns Russian bodies back to them. Another group of severely wounded and seriously ill Ukrainian servicemen has been released from Russian captivity. This is the latest stage of the exchange under the Istanbul agreements, the coordination headquarters clarified. Most of them had been in captivity for over 3 years, with many captured during the defense of Mariupol. All suffer from serious health issues. The released individuals include servicemen of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the Navy, Airborne Forces, Territorial Defense, Border Guard, and National Guard. The Russians also released footage of their soldiers returning from captivity. Well-fed and energetic, they quickly boarded the bus. Meanwhile, Ukrainian servicemen come back with significant weight loss, with dystrophy, ulcers, vision problems, musculoskeletal disorders, cardiovascular disease, and digestive issues. And for the end, pro-Palestinian activists broke into a British military airbase and damaged 2 Royal Air Force aircraft, according to The Telegraph. In footage released by the group Palestine Action, 2 individuals are seen moving unimpeded around RAF Bryce Norton on the night of June 20th. They appear to spray red paint into the engines of 2 RAF Airbus Voyager aircraft using repurposed fire extinguishers. The video also suggests the activists used crowbars to inflict further damage. Red paint was also sprayed on the runway, and a Palestinian flag was reportedly left at the scene before the individuals fled. The Voyager aircraft are multi-role platforms used by the RAF for air-to-air refueling and as transport planes for personnel and equipment. A spokesperson for the UK Ministry of Defence condemned the act as vandalism, stating that police are investigating the incident. As noted by The Telegraph, the RAF had recently planned to deploy Voyager aircraft to the Middle East in connection with rising tensions between Israel and Iran. The breach has raised concerns over the security of British military installations.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.